So right now I am in Wuhan. I just like did a little spa treatment. If you keep up with my channel, you know that I'm absolutely in love with just going to the spa. So that's what I did today. It's been a while since I've spoken to you guys. I'm just trying to like get back on track with my life. School started for in person, and even though I've been going to school like in person for a while now, this will be our first semester that will be like in-person exam and everything, and I just really want to give it my all. I'm really trying to not only study for like what I'll be getting now, but like trying to refresh and recap what I've been what I've been studying in the past and what I need to know like for my internship year, because it's soon approaching, and that's the year where like you're in the hospital. You're supposed to like at least know, like putting the theory with the practical, you get me? And it's not really an opportunity we get here in China to do like throughout the course of our studies, as I've spoken about in past videos. So it's something I really want to fully commit to, as medicine is not only a theory based thing, like oh you can't just like answer a exam question. It's really important for us to understand and know how to apply the medicine, and that's really what I'm trying to focus on. Yeah, and I, through my trial and errors, I have some tips for you guys. So I know that a lot of you might be starting medical school soon, or maybe just university, or maybe college, wherever you are, like whatever stage of life you're in, these tips will be applicable. Number one, do not stare at the teacher in class, like especially in regards to university and college students. It's so easy to like just zone out for 2 hours. Like actually try to find something to do within that time frame. Like keep yourself grounded. Do you know what's going on in class? Can you, like, if someone asked you right after class, like what did you just learn, can you actually say like what you learned? Or you don't have to explain it in depth because obviously you haven't reviewed it, but and if you've reviewed, like, can you answer questions in depth? These are questions that I ask myself and I'm trying to work on. So, like, if you know that this is also something that you struggle with, try to work on it from or as early as possible. Like, you know, it's it's very overwhelming, to be honest, to be a medical student, to be a student as a whole, especially when you want to do your best, like all this information, and you're trying to piece it together, you're trying to say it, you're trying to like actually show what you've been studying for. And I understand, I completely am there right now. Can't wait till I make a future video to be like, oh, I was there. But right now, to be honest, I am there, and it's something that like we as medical students or university students struggle with a lot, and it's not really spoken about that much. But I just want to come here and let you guys know that you're not the only one going through it, and a way to get out of it is to actually have strategies, like figure out what type of learner am I. Like, do I like textbooks better? Do I have to ask myself questions consistently? If that's the case, Anki, flashcards, like whatever works for you. Are you a digital person or a notebook person? Like, these are questions that you need to ask yourself. And also, like, you know gamify it. Like, a lot of people say life is a game. I mean, it's up to you if you want to take life as a game, but gamify it. Like, see, like, practice things and see if it works for you. Like, does it work? Give yourself a time frame, of course. Like, if you're gonna be like 2 weeks, okay, for this 2 weeks, I'm gonna study. I'm gonna write notes from what the lecturer is saying, and I'm gonna see if that helps me remember. I'm gonna read it over and see if that helps me remember. Or I'm gonna do Anki. I'm gonna see if that helps me remember. Or I'm gonna do practice tests online. I'm gonna find practice quizzes online. I'm gonna see if that works. Like, really and truly, you just have to put yourself out there, and you just have to like consistently question, am I learning this? Is this going in my long-term memory? Obviously, it might, based on your course, it might not be everything that you need to put in your long-term memory, But like for things like law, for things like engineering, I'm pretty sure that all of these things that you'll be learning will be things that you have to apply in your job. And it's a bit difficult, especially when we go all our lives, like we do the exam, we have somewhere, we forget about it, and we're just like, "Ugh, I'm so happy I went through that, like it's done now." But it's like the reality is setting in, like, no, Anicia, like these exams, they're real life, babe, they're real life. So I mean, it's just something that I'm working on, and I hope that you behind the screen can work on too. And I'm just giving you suggestions based on things that I've tried and I've applied to my life, and I've seen where, okay, this definitely helps. Timing yourself is very important too. Number one thing though, guys, like without before like any of this, discipline. Discipline. Like, if you know within yourself, and you'll know within yourself if you have the discipline or not to say that you're gonna do something and actually do it. If you know you're not that person, then grab a study partner or grab a couple of people and say, hey, we're gonna do this at a certain time. And having someone there kind of makes you more accountable. Like, you don't want to let down somebody. You don't want somebody ringing off your phone to be like, hey, where are you, da 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 da. So it makes you show up more. And I've also learned too that, like, when I do things, when I study, when I go all out, like, I have to recharge. Like, rest is so important, and it's not really spoken about in the hustle culture that we are seeing online, and it's not spoken about in the academia, pretty academia, aesthetic, and all those things. But rest is vital. Like, God created our bodies for us to understand that we need to rest. And if you're not resting, then you're really setting up yourself for failure. If you don't have, like, I would suggest at least having one day a week where you're just like, I'm not gonna think about schoolwork. I'm actually just gonna go with my friends or take a walk in the park, go to the gym, treat myself, go to a nice restaurant, go to a spa like I'm at right now, actually taking the time out to be like, hey, I worked hard and I need to, like, do something that makes me feel rewarded. It's so important. Like, when you're little, you do your little games and your activities and you get a medal and you feel so accomplished. Yeah, like, our children still need that. Like, my inner child needs that, your inner child needs that. So I would definitely say, and like, try it, and I'm telling you, you're gonna be like feeling so good after, because you're gonna be like looking forward to this thing. If I look like weird, if my hair looks weird, I'm so sorry. I should just had me wrapped up and all those things, like, and I'm ready to leave. Like, I'm gonna leave this province like in the next 30 minutes. So I just wanted to like have a little sit down talk with you guys, because I know some people might be going through it. Maybe you don't have a friend to like call up. Maybe your family doesn't understand like all the anxiety or the stress of like being in this space, being in university. I know, like, in regards to Jamaican culture, it's not a lot of families that like really understand that school as a whole can take a big mental toll on people, and that can affect us physically. So it's very important for you to have somebody to be like, hey, you can do this, you have the ability to do this, and I will be that person for you if you don't have another person like that in your life. Like, there are millions of people that have done this before you, and you are an exceptional person. You also have the ability to do whatever you set your mind to. So don't ever compare or feel like, oh, like, I can't do it, I don't see myself doing this, I don't even know anybody personally that's done that. Like, you have the ability to do it, I'm telling you. So just get those thoughts out of the way, because you got this. Also, the other thing, please take care of your health. Please, please, please. I said this on my TikTok. By the way, if you don't follow me, please do follow me. But I'll leave the link down in my description box. But yeah, I said this on my TikTok, like if you are going to school anywhere outside of where you live, like it could even be in another city, you might, like, it might be a shock for your body. Like you might not feel shocked, you know, but your body is just like, hey, what's going on here? I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this weather. I'm not used to this, like, I'm not used to this food. If you're in a different continent like me, you know, like I'm not used to this. That's what your body is saying. And on top of that, you're giving it stress. When you're stressed, it's easier for you to get sick. So you guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna take those vitamins and you're gonna eat those fruits and you're gonna eat up your veggies too, because it is so necessary. And it also helps in terms of your brain functioning and everything. So the rest, the discipline, the eating proper, like all of those things work together. So you gotta, like, you have to give each thing its own space and time. But yeah, I just made this video to remind you guys that you definitely can do it. And if you're struggling, like in terms of school, like you can always message me on Instagram, like I'll help. Yeah, never be afraid to DM me, guys, especially when it pertains on to school, because people have before and they can let you know I'm a wonderful person. Yeah. But yeah, like it's no joke. And you know, especially when you're putting yourself out there and you're really trying hard to study and really trying hard to do your best for your family, for yourself, it can be overwhelming sometimes. So I really hope that this video was encouraging to someone, and if there's anything that you'd also want me to like discuss on the channel in terms of school and its health, you can let me know. I have a lot of videos to edit and to send out from summer, because I had a very productive summer, let's call it that. But yeah, so I'm not sure when is the next time I'll be able to sit down with you guys, but it was lovely speaking to you guys. I really miss this. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'll have time to do this anymore this semester, but until next time, don't forget though, like, this is not the last video. This is not my last video. I have a lot of videos that I made in the summer that, yeah, are gonna be edited. They're gonna be edited tonight. But yeah, so stay tuned for that, guys. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. And I hope that you guys enjoy that round trip experience around China, because I did some traveling. But yeah, it was a wonderful time. Summer was just really great and awesome. So not me thinking about it and being in my feelings, but yeah, I had a wonderful time. So until next time, guys, bye.